Story of Dawnshale Cove. The waves at Dawnshale Cove always glimmered like polished glass, even on the darkest nights. Locals said the cove held a quiet magic, nothing grand or wild, just the kind that made you feel like the world still had secrets worth keeping. For Mara, a wandering mapmaker, those secrets were irresistible. She arrived at the cove just before dusk, her boots crunching over smooth stones. The air shimmered faintly, as though a veil hung between her and the water. Mara paused. She had seen odd places before, rivers that hummed, forests that whispered, but Dawnshale felt different, purposeful. A lone fisherman sat on a tilted wooden crate near the shore. He nodded at her. "You're here for the lights," he said. Mara blinked. "What lights?" He only smiled. "You'll see." The sun fell, dragging a deep violet across the sky. The tide crept in quietly. Then, just as the last amber streak faded, the sea lit up. Not with moonlight, not with fireflies, but with soft ribbons of silver-blue glow that drifted beneath the surface, swirling like living brushstrokes. Mara stepped closer, breath held. They weren't fish. They weren't reflections. They moved too deliberately, weaving in patterns that resembled symbols. Her fingers tingled. The patterns shifted, forming shapes she recognized, contours, similar to ancient markings she had sketched months ago from ruins far inland. But how could the same script appear here, in light? Curiosity overriding caution, she waded into the warm water. The ribbons brightened as if greeting her, circling her ankles before drifting deeper, inviting her to follow. She walked until the water reached her waist. Then the seafloor opened, not in a violent burst, but with a gentle unfurling, like a curtain of light peeling back. Beneath her feet was no abyss, just a glowing chamber hidden under the waves, filled with floating shards of stone. The symbols carved into them pulsed in rhythm with the lights in the water. A realization struck her. This wasn't a cove. It was a memory, a place holding echoes of a forgotten civilization. One shard drifted close, humming softly. When Mara touched it, warmth spread through her palm. Images flashed, ancient scholars bending over luminous tablets, recording the shifting tides of magic, preserving their knowledge in the depths. Then, just as quickly, the shard dimmed. The ribbons of light retreated, the chamber folding back into darkness. The sea rose calmly around her, as if nothing had happened. The fisherman still sat on his crate as she returned, soaked and trembling. "Now you've seen," he said quietly. Mara nodded, clutching her journal. "I'm coming back tomorrow." He smiled. "Everyone who sees it says the same." But Mara already knew she wouldn't just map the cove, she would uncover its story, shard by shimmering shard. And Dawnshale Cove, patient and ancient, would be waiting.